Nick Reiner, the individual accused in a tragic and shocking case involving the deaths of his parents, continues to be held under strict suicide watch protocols while confined to solitary confinement in a major correctional facility. Following a thorough mental health evaluation conducted soon after his arrival at the jail, medical professionals determined that he presented certain risks, leading to enhanced supervisory measures designed to ensure his safety and the integrity of the ongoing investigation. In this controlled environment, Reiner is required to wear a specialized suicide prevention garment at all times, a standard blue smock intended to minimize any potential for self-harm. His cell is isolated, meaning he occupies it alone without interaction with other inmates. Movements outside the cell are severely restricted. He is only allowed to leave for essential reasons such as court appearances or medical evaluations, and even then he is accompanied by multiple staff members at all times. Meals are delivered directly to his cell, and there are no phone privileges or opportunities for external communication beyond interactions with his legal team and authorized personnel. This level of restriction is not uncommon in cases deemed high profile, where maintaining security and preventing any external influences or interferences is paramount. Constant monitoring, including video surveillance during any escorted movements and regular checks by supervisory staff every 15 minutes, forms part of the routine to oversee his well-being. So far, there have been no incidents of attempted self-harm, but the precautions remain in place until further medical clearance is granted. The evaluation process began immediately upon his intake into the facility. Mental health staff assessed him promptly, identifying concerns related to a mental disability that placed him at elevated risk. This determination means the suicide watch could persist for an extended period, potentially lasting until doctors feel confident in his stability. The intake itself was handled with unusual speed due to the case's prominence, completing medical screenings, psychological assessments, and clearances in under 4 hours, a stark contrast to the usual longer processing times for most individuals. Despite these mental health concerns, Reiner was deemed competent enough to participate in legal proceedings, allowing him to appear in court shortly after his arrest. During his initial court hearing, he responded clearly to judicial questions, agreeing to certain procedural waivers. His defense attorney has publicly emphasized the complexity of the issues at play, urging patience and allowing the legal system to proceed without premature judgments or public speculation. The charges against Reiner are grave: 2 counts of first-degree murder related to the stabbing deaths of his parents, a renowned director known for iconic films and a respected photographer. The discovery of the bodies occurred under heartbreaking circumstances when a family member arrived at the home after a scheduled appointment raised alarms. Entering the property, she first encountered one parent's body and later learned of the other's fate from emergency responders. The family has been profoundly affected, with surviving siblings issuing emotional statements expressing unimaginable grief. They describe their parents not just as family but as closest confidants and best friends, highlighting the depth of the loss. Amid an outpouring of support from friends, colleagues, and the public, the siblings requested privacy and compassion, asking that speculation be tempered with humanity. They wished for their parents to be remembered for their extraordinary lives, contributions to arts and entertainment, and the profound love they shared over decades of marriage. Tributes from Hollywood figures have poured in, celebrating the director's vast range as a storyteller, actor, and filmmaker. Collaborators recalled his mastery in crafting memorable stories and his warm, enduring partnership with his wife. The case has sent shockwaves through entertainment circles, where the couple was beloved for their talents and personal warmth. As the investigation continues, law enforcement is meticulously building the case, ensuring all evidence is properly compiled. The restrictions on Reiner serve dual purposes: protecting his mental health during a vulnerable time and safeguarding the judicial process from any potential compromises. This situation underscores the challenges faced in handling cases involving mental health issues within the criminal justice system. Suicide watch protocols are critical tools used to prevent tragedies in custody, involving not just physical safeguards but ongoing assessments by trained professionals. Solitary confinement, while controversial in broader debates for its psychological impacts, is sometimes employed in sensitive cases to maintain order and security. Reiner's current state reflects a person grappling with significant mental health struggles, as noted by observing staff who describe limited communication and isolation. The road ahead will likely involve further evaluations, legal maneuvers, and eventually a trial where the full details will be examined. The broader implications touch on themes of family tragedy, mental illness, and the pressures of public scrutiny in high-stakes cases. While the legal system moves forward, The focus remains on honoring the victims' legacies through remembrance of their positive impacts rather than the circumstances of their passing. In the meantime, the facility's staff continues vigilant oversight, balancing humane care with necessary precautions. Clearance from Suicide Watch would require consistent positive assessments, potentially opening the door to adjusted conditions, but for now the priority is stability and safety. This case serves as a somber reminder of how personal crises can intersect with public life, especially in families connected to fame. The grieving process for those left behind is compounded by media attention, yet messages of support highlight the couple's widespread admiration. Ultimately, the resolution will unfold in court, where facts will be presented and justice sought. For now, the emphasis is on procedural integrity, mental health support, and respectful mourning.